Yeah, hi, it's Andrew Helmich here from Impact Images and welcome to another episode of the Central Coast Wedding Photography Quick Tips. Today I want to give you a few ideas on how you can get better photos of the guys before the ceremony. So usually I like to have about an hour to photograph the guys beforehand, but as you know with the wedding day, it all comes down to timing. So if the guys aren't ready, they miss out on shots and there's no way to go back and get those photos. And that's really sad, particularly if you've already paid for your photography for that part of the day. So to get the best out of the guys and the guys' photos beforehand is to make sure that they're ready on time. Now, I like to have the guys showered and shaved before I get there. There's nothing worse than turning up and finding that 3 guys still have to shave and do their hair and have a wash. So as long as that's done beforehand, they are ready to get into their suits, then you'll have no problem getting all the photos that you want to get there beforehand. Now, the other thing with the guys is they should be trying on their suits, every single one of them, all the guys in the bridal party should be trying on their suits before the wedding day. Now, I know that's impossible sometimes if someone's coming from out of area. So as soon as they get in to where they're going to be getting ready, make sure they try on those suits. It could be the day before, it could be the morning of the wedding, but it's so much better if they try those suits on because so often something needs to be altered and the later you leave that, the tougher it's going to be to get that done. So I've seen all sorts. I've seen sleeves that are too short, pants that are too long, shirts that don't fit at all. So make sure the guys all try on their suits before the day of the wedding. The other thing is you want to make sure the guys know how to do the ties on the day of the wedding or before the day of the wedding. So whether you want to have a windsor knot or a double windsor, if it's a bow tie and they need to be tied, make sure the guys practice that before the day of the wedding. I don't know how many weddings I've been to when I'm doing the ties, and if there's 5 or 6 guys there, that ends up taking, it could be 10 minutes and that's 10 minutes less shootings. So the other thing you have to look at before the wedding day is the style of tie knot that you want the guys to have, or the guys need to work that out themselves beforehand. So if you want to have a windsor or a double windsor, make sure they know how to do that beforehand, because that's going to take up another whole bunch of time if they've got to jump onto YouTube and Google how to tie the knot, or if they have me do it, which usually happens. So if I'm doing 5 or 6 ties, then that's another 10 or 15 minutes that we miss out. So if we're working to a strict timetable like we do at a wedding, where you've only got an hour for those photos, if you take 15 minutes out of that, then that's shots that you miss out on. Now, I won't tell you that you're missing out on those shots on the day because I don't want to upset anyone, but I know in my head that there's certain shots that I'm not getting because I'm spending time doing other stuff. So, like I said, it's not a problem, but I want to make sure you get the maximum coverage that you can or that you've paid for when you have me. Now, you might have another photographer that doesn't even know how to tie those ties, and then you'll be on YouTube and Googling how to tie these knots, and you might be wasting half an hour just trying to get these ties looking good, or you might go for a schoolboy knot, which just isn't going to look so classy on your wedding day. Now, one other thing to look at, if you're having the handkerchief for the guys' suits, make sure you've worked out how you want to wear those handkerchiefs. You could just go for a straight across, nice, simple, clean cut look. You might go for a ruffled look. You can also have the triangles pointing up. You can go 1, 2, or 3 triangles. So just play around, see what you like the look of, work that out together, and then work out how to tie those. And you can jump onto YouTube again and find out different ways to set that up the way you like. So another thing you can look at is how to put the lapel flower on. That's pretty simple. I can show you how to do that if I'm doing your photography. Hopefully your florist will be able to show you if she's around, or the photographer that you have there on the day. So hopefully I've given you some things to think about. The main thing is timing and the fact you don't get to go back during the day. So the more ready the guys are, the more chance you're going to be having of getting the very best shots you possibly can. So I hope that helps, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.